Hey everyone. In our last episode, we talked about uncertainty, pain, and how technology is changing our psychology. We looked at how modern life bombards us with information and how that affects our mental well being. Today, we're going to build on that by exploring how therapy could evolve to better help people in our complex world. We'll look at some fascinating ideas about different social groups, why traditional therapy might be missing something important, and how we could make it better. Let me break it down for you. Don't worry if you're not familiar with therapy. I'll break everything down in simple terms. First, let's talk about something interesting happening in America, and really everywhere. Society is basically split into three main groups: intellectual workers, think programmers, teachers, office workers; manual workers, like construction workers, mechanics, and people who feel left out of the system entirely. These groups often don't get along. Intellectuals might look down on manual workers. Manual workers might resent intellectuals, and both might dismiss those on the outside. The big idea here is that if these groups could understand each other better and work together, they'd all be better off. Now, here's where therapy comes in. Traditional therapy often focuses on just making people feel better, like helping someone overcome their fear of thunderstorms. And sure, that's important. But what if there's something deeper going on? What if that fear of thunderstorms actually represents something else in their life that they're afraid of? Let's use a simple example. Imagine you're afraid of thunderstorms. A typical cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT approach, might help you realize that thunderstorms are rare and usually harmless. They'd help you feel less anxious about storms. Problem solved, right? But what if your fear of thunderstorms is actually connected to something deeper, like a fear of losing control or a traumatic event that happened during a storm? Just treating the surface level fear might miss the real issue. The author suggests a really cool exercise they use with clients using chess pieces. They set up 5 pieces: a pawn, knight, rook, a castle, queen, and king, and ask clients to imagine conversations between them. It's fascinating because how people imagine these pieces talking to each other often reveals how they view power relationships in their own life, like how they relate to authority figures or how they feel about their own power. Here's the big takeaway. Modern therapy often focuses too much on just making symptoms go away. Like if you're anxious, therapy might just focus on making you less anxious. But shouldn't therapy also help you understand yourself better and give you tools to handle future challenges? It's like the difference between giving someone a fish versus teaching them how to fish. The author argues that good therapy should do 3 things: help reduce your immediate symptoms like anxiety or depression, help you understand why you're feeling this way in the first place, give you tools to handle new challenges that might come up in the future. They also make an interesting point about convenience in modern life. Just like how we often choose the easiest solution to our problems, like using an app instead of learning a skill, therapy sometimes takes the easy route of just treating symptoms instead of digging deeper. The author believes we need a revolution in therapy, but not a dramatic one. Instead, they suggest a quiet change where therapists start incorporating these deeper understanding while still keeping the helpful parts of modern therapy approaches. It's about finding a balance between making people feel better right now and helping them understand themselves better for the future. Think about it this way. If you go to therapy because you're having panic attacks, yes, you need help managing those panic attacks right now. But wouldn't it be even better if you also understood what's triggering them, how your mind works, and how to handle new stressful situations in the future? The goal isn't just to solve today's problem, but to help people become more resilient and self-aware for whatever challenges life throws at them next. It's like upgrading from a basic toolkit to a complete workshop. You're not just fixing one thing, you're learning how to handle all sorts of situations. And here's the really important part. This isn't just about individual therapy. It's about society as a whole. If we can help people understand themselves and others better, maybe we can start bridging those gaps between different groups in society. Maybe we can help people see beyond their immediate problems to understand the bigger picture. That's all for today. Let me know what you think about these ideas in the comments. Have you ever been to therapy? Did it just treat your symptoms, or did it help you understand yourself better? See you next time.